If your neutrophils are too low while your eosinophils are high, that's parasites. If the neutrophils are high while your eosinophils are high, that's parasites. And last but not least, if the body is having an inflammatory response or inflammatory reaction from the poop and the defecation from the parasite or from the parasitic eggs, your basophils will be high. So you and this shows you too that a lot of people that are allergic to things have parasitic infections. A lot of people that have reactions to everything, or they constantly itching and sneezing and digging in their nose and nothing is never ever there, they have a parasite infection. Just because you can't see the parasite doesn't mean that it's not there. You have intercellular parasites that you can only see under microscopes. And then you have parasites that can go through a pleomorph stage where they will change the shape of their body and become big. And then you can see them when they come out of the body. But there's many different parasites. Look, bacterial vaginosis is a parasite. That's a parasite. Having a yeast infection is a parasitical infection. Just because it don't have eyes, just because it don't have ears, it still have intelligence, and it still needs you as a host, and it still deprive your body of all the minerals and all the oxygen. That's parasitic in nature. So what they've been doing is, for instance, let's just talk about breast cancer. A lot of these women are coming to us with tumors, right, inside their breasts. A lot of them. I mean, it's crazy. Pancreatitis and pancreas cancer, colon, rectal cancer, what else not be, and breast cancer. Them are the main three people that come to me every single day. Now, I want to specifically speak on breast cancer and specifically black women, so-called black women. When they are getting these tumors, right, and you pass these tumors, whether the tumor break down, whether the tumor come through the nipple, which we've been seeing a lot of that lately, where the woman nipple will start itching, and then she will get like this black acidic tar that'll come from the nipple. Then the nipple will open up and these little bitty tumors will pop out. But before when they first went to the doctor, the tumor was big. So they working with us 3 to 6 months. We getting them down to the size about a marble and they pop out. But guess what? When they pop out and you check them, you find parasites in them. If you send them off to if you send them off to laboratories, we've got a lot of colleagues around here, especially in Houston, Texas, where they love to work on things like this. You find evidence of parasitics. Now we got the paperwork that prove everything I've been saying. So they have this specific parasite that's connected to prostate cancer, ovarian cancer, and breast cancer. Amongst black people, it's called schistosoma. Right? Once you read up on schistosoma and what this thing is capable of, it will blow your mind. So when schistosoma get in the body, and you can get it from fresh water, it's usually in fresh water. You get it from contaminated water. You get it from fresh water. You can get it from walking on certain types of soils. And that's another thing. A lot of people think that you can only get parasites from eating meat. No, you get parasites everywhere. You actually can get it from more of my eating, which is plant-based eating, than anything, because guess where they at? They in the soil and they own the plants. They own the vegetables. They own the fruits. And that's why it's very, very imperative that we clean our fruits and our vegetables and our greens very good before we eat them, because they be there and they love to lay their larvae on there. Yes, you can get the gnarly ones from the meat, but most of the ones that I'm talking about, you actually can get it from fruits, vegetables, and meat. And that's the reason why every country, like I told y'all last time, other than this Western hemisphere, or other than the UK, other than Europe, and other than the United States, it's mandatory that they cleanse their body and they go on a deworming program every 3 to 9 months, because everybody know that parasites is everywhere, and parasites is causing half of your symptomologies that they are claiming or diseases. It's not even you. It's the entities and the things that's living inside you. So look, back to schistosoma, right? I want to show y'all something, and we can look this stuff up. I got the paperwork to prove it. We can actually look it up on the scholarly articles online. Schistosoma can make it into the body, right? And schistosoma is a blood fluke, which we see them all the time when I do live and dry blood analysis. You can see schistosoma in the blood. We see it all the time. We call it many different names in hematology, but when you look at the structure and what it does, it's schistosoma. It's a blood fluke. This thing roam around in the blood to catch a hike. If you look at the clinical word, it's called pheresis. And pheresis is basically when the parasite uses your body as transportation to another spot or destination. But when it get in your body, it uses your blood to transport to different organs to feed off your organs. That's what it does. So when schistosoma make it to the actual prostate, what it does is it lays its eggs in the prostate. When it lays its eggs in the prostate, the eggs give off this type of fume or this type of hormone, and this hormone is called a estrogen-like hormone. So what this estrogen-like hormone does when schistosoma lays it in the prostate or in the ovary, it overgrows the tissues, because that's what estrogen does. That's the reason why a woman, when she gets puberty, estrogen starts being proliferated in her body to grow her breasts, to grow her hips, to get her ready to conceive, for she can procreate, for she can reproduce and have children. So when you look at estrogen, estrogen is a reproductive hormone, just like testosterone, just like pregnenolone. It's a reproductive hormone, right? Well, when you're looking at eggs, eggs need this same estrogen from parasites to grow, to proliferate. So when schistosoma go inside your body from you eating the wrong foods, from you drinking contaminated water, from you not washing your foods correctly, if you eat the right foods, it's a Parasite parasite. It's going to take transportation in the blood. The first thing it do is want to find one of the most mineralized organs in the body, which I'm going to say the liver. Of course, I'm going to say the prostate. Of course, I'm going to say the ovaries. I'm going to say the breast, because that's where prolactin, that signifies life, is where it's going to go to, because it's a parasite and it needs your life vitality to live. So it go there, it lays its eggs in these acidic states. And mind you, when you look at testosterone is automatically on the acidic side of nature. When you look at estrogen is on the acidic side of nature naturally. Now, pregnenolone and progesterone is alkaline. It's an alkaline agent. They actually hold more electrons than they do protons and neutrons. So we will call this an alkaline effect.